a C2?
I think so.
Either C1 or C2.
Yeah. See here. Well, we're back up. Yeah, my computer crashed. We're back. All right. Where are we at? 31-8?
Ooh, that's not bad. She skates very well.
Yeah.
Starting at the outside lane is India's national record holder, Rudy Alballs.
Okay, see if we can actually get her. Yeah. Oh, I got something talking about that. Hello?
Looks like
Looks like we have sound in there now.
at least something.
My gosh.
Well, uh,
Things just don't make sense. It's the tough part. Now the sound is kind of distorted. All right, well, hopefully, I think this looks cleaner now. I think we had some other feedback on there.
getting told. My mom made sure to text me. They're hearing us again.
Okay. It's fixed. All right, imagine that.
Excellent. Glad we got it running again.
Oh my gosh. Don't I have enough to worry about?
You know what? Low budget's better than no budget.
Yeah. Well, I think actually we're sitting no budget, so. All right, here goes Shruti. Shruti's probably the most popular on our YouTube streams. She gets, at least in the chat box, gets lots of support. So let's see here. What's she shooting for with PBs and all that? We have Shruti with a personal of 125.00 and Esther with a 125.87. Now I'm assuming this is Mark's sister.
I think it is.
Well, and that's a big PB for her, and Shruti just barely missed hers.
Nice race for both.
I'm assuming too for Shruti, which is nice. Every time you get a personal best, you get a national record.
Yep.
There was I had to get a little chuckle at World Championships. Martin Leave, I think it was Martin.
Mm-hmm.
They're like 50-time national record holder. I was like, wow, that's like every time you get a PB. Like, I mean, not to diminish it, but because he's a great skater too. But
Yes, he is. Yeah, no, he's come up over the past couple of years.
oh my gosh, really improved.
I think in the bubble was a big breakout for him.
Right, right. I don't know if did he switch teams recently or.
I know he's skating on IKO right
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
It's been working for all their skaters, it seems.
Yeah, they have a good little group there.
Mm-hmm.
So here we go. Larissa Pace on the inner, Thalia Stally on the outer. Thalia from our junior world team. Larissa from Brazil.
Yeah, both of the skaters here with a background in inline skating coming over to the ice. As we were talking about earlier, there are a whole bunch of inliners that are making the switch.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, Thalia was actually telling me that I was part of the reason she started speed skating.
Really?
So we did that ice to inline camp in Colorado Springs that she was at, and she was an inliner at that point. And then I heard she's from Washington, so I was like, "Oh, do you know Coach Lee?" And they're like, "No." Oh
Ooh.
shoot! Get those feet up.
Oh,
Oh, bummer.
that's rough.
But she looks all right at least. So
Getting
you
up
always
and going
get your
again.
feet up when you go into those pads, kids. You don't want those blades and ankles taking the impact. No, she's back up. That's good.
And finish that race. That is not easy to get up and want to keep
No,
going.
no.
So respect to her for that.
Yeah, but as I was saying, so after that camp, she got in contact with Coach Lee, and then that's how they started ice skating. I had no idea. So it looked like maybe she did she interfere at all with Larissa?
A little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
So
she'll probably have an option for a reskate if she wants. For our AmCup rules too, it's pretty lenient. So Dahlia could ask for an out of competition reskate
yeah,
as well if
just to
she
get a time
wanted,
up on the board.
probably.
But I know she's skating the 3K today.
Yeah,
So
she's probably just gonna say that's it for my 1,000 day.
Yeah, yeah, no, but Coach Lee has a whole slew of
Oh my
skaters that seems
gosh.
like he's constantly
Yeah,
pumping out.
yeah. I know between long track and short track over the years, I know the big concern in U.S. speed skating is what happens if Coach Lee stops? Like, what? Who takes over that club? Or like, because he's such an integral part, and we've kind of found that across the country. Like, you have like these one or two key players that like make the things happen for the club, and if they're not there, things just disappear. So, trying to set up like a program there that could continue past him would be not, not that I want to get too far ahead of
Yeah.
myself, but oh, we have a little ice repair here.
Mhm. Yeah, no, Coach Lee, great technical coach. Skaters for all levels,
Right,
and there's a reason he keeps pumping out all these great skaters
right.
is all the fundamentals. He was a Korean national team coach for a bit, so
That's right.
some high
Yeah,
level
I
of
can't
experience.
remember what years he was their coach, but yeah, he's coached on every level. So if there's anyone that knows, kind of the stages of what you need to be doing at different ages, it's probably him.
Oh yeah, I think he's got what was it, 3 members on the short track world championships team this year?
Is it really?
Corey, Marcus,
Oh
and
yeah.
Eunice.
Oh yeah. Okay. That's not bad. That's a good little pat on the back. I know he's been our development coach of the year. I don't know how many. I mean, probably more than once, but
Seems like his club wins the age class
oh, okay.
championships
Yeah,
every
yeah,
single year
yeah.
for long track. Ice repair in 2 places, just on the inner and outer.
Who do we got standing there? Can't tell.
It's going to be interesting to see how these next couple pairs are able to cope with this long ice repair because
Yeah,
it's always tough.
yeah. What do you say to yourself during those times?
Ooh,
Anything in particular, or not much?
I mean, the main thing is to stay focused, because
Yeah.
one of the big things about the delay is you were anticipating to be ready to go in about 30
Right.
seconds, and
Right.
you take a 3 to 5 minute ice repair, it
Right.
messes up your focus, you get cold,
Right.
you take your jacket off, and if you don't put it back on, so just staying warm and being ready to go again and mentally bring yourself back.
Right. Yeah. Especially some of those other rinks in Europe or wherever. I mean, it's fairly warm here, fairly warm in Calgary, but you can go to some of those other rinks, like we were just in Poland, and that was pretty cold. And yeah, you take your warm ups off and everything. You don't want to be standing there for too long.
Mhm. I know. I was talking to Mitch Whitmore today, and he was saying he doesn't want to be down there for too long because it's cold today in here,
Yeah. Yeah.
as far as Salt Lake goes. But
Yeah. I noticed that too. I know. Well, it definitely got colder last night.
mhm. Wow, this is a long ice repair.
Yeah. Well, with the multiple places.
Mhm.
Well, up next we have Libby Williams on the inner, junior world team member as well out of Colorado Springs, and then Rebecca Simmons on the outer. It's pretty similar personal best there. 122.85 for Libby, 122.56 for Rebecca. Rebecca's known a little bit more for her distance skating. And then Libby has just switched over to speed skating not too long ago.
No,
She was actually a figure skater before, and I
really.
talked to her a little bit about that. I think she was pretty into figure skating for a while. And coming from Colorado Springs, she knew some of the coaches that I've gotten to meet over the last few years as part of USOPC type programs and coaching education things. So Oh, here we go, I think.
Looks like we're starting to get it going. All right. Yeah, Libby, first junior world team
Right.
this year. I think she's an A1, right?
Right. Yep.
Yep.
Yep. She'll be back next year. And it was heartbreaking there.
Ugh.
They won a medal in the team sprint,
Yep.
but got disqualified because, well, I think it was Greta had a little bit of her skin showing on her ankle guards or by her ankle guards.
Well, the dispute that I heard was that the skin, but the ankle guards that she had were skin colored.
Oh,
So
okay.
even like it was even upon getting showed, the ref would not
Yeah.
look. But
Yeah.
it is what it
Oh,
is.
it hurts when that happens.
Oh
I
yeah.
know the Dutch got disqualified at World Championships
Oh,
too in the
after
women's team pursuit.
yep, lost a world championship.
Yeah. So check those ankle guards. Help your teammates out.
Yeah, no, Libby, she's made a lot of strides this year with her technique. You know.
Yeah, she looks like one too that just needs time to get comfortable.
Hmm.
You can see that there's an athlete there and still just not one with the ice on the speed skates quite yet, but
Definitely getting there.
yeah, some of the fundamentals are there and it's just a matter of time, I think.
And of course, you got Rebecca, that
Yep.
is a good influence on a lot of these junior skaters. She's close to a lot of them and gives
Right.
them a lot of advice and all
Right.
that. So it's awesome to have role models, mentors like that coming up.
Absolutely. So what do we get there? Libby with a 30.9 and Rebecca with a 31.3. So this is where Rebecca's really going to be looking to close.
See if she can close the gap in this last corner.
Probably not enough to catch, but let's see what she can make up here now. And Libby through 123.63, about a half second off her PB. Rebecca, a couple seconds off of hers. So up next, Isabella Rodriguez on the inner and Piper Eady on the outer. Piper, another one of our junior world team members, part of that team sprint team that got disqualified, unfortunately.
But again, Piper, another skater that does a lot of things really, really
Right,
well,
right.
and making a lot of progress across the board all year long. Seems like all the juniors are coming up
Yeah,
together.
yeah,
Nobody that's really staying too stagnant.
yeah, absolutely. I thought she had a really impressive trials, I thought, and especially in the 3,000 meter, which isn't
Hmm.
normally her cup of tea. But she'd been working a lot on her technique this last year. Um, had some physical problems in the fall where it just kind of forced her to focus on what she could do at that time. So technique was one of them, and could definitely see it pay off at the U.S. Championships. Here we go. Piper with a 121.71 personal. Isabella with a 124.13. So pretty big discrepancy there as far as personal bests go.
Seems like Piper's gonna be skating this one on her own, and Isabella's gonna be getting a chase.
1940 for Piper, 2060 for Isabella. You're good with the switcher, man. All right,
Two fingers.
helping us with the camera views. I get distracted.
Looks like Piper's getting some good speed
Yep.
here, ramping it up.
So what's your advice on this last lap now?
Main thing is hitting that second to last corner is you gotta keep skating. It's
Right
gonna
here.
hurt,
Yep. Yep.
but you gotta sit in there. You'll see the top guys, top people in the world, they hit this second to last corner and they keep going. It hurts. It's
Right.
going to hurt,
Right.
but you got to stick in it. The discipline.
Right. I think yeah, discipline's a good way to put it. To keep that fundamentals of the skating going, not come up or start pushing back or rushing.
And it's easy. It's
Yeah,
easy to
it's
do
easy
that.
because the instincts are telling you to do the opposite. Oh, that's a personal.
Little
Five
personal
hundredths.
there. Yep. Personal's a personal.
Yeah. Very nice.
next?
Up next, pair 11, Blair Cruikshank on the inner. Maria Victoria Rodriguez on the outer.
Get into this last set of 6 skaters, the top seeded
Right,
skaters.
right. Yeah,
for
we should have some
competition.
good racing here.
Seems like got some pretty good pairs here. We have Victoria, Vicky,
Yeah,
came back from inline in the past month, I
I
think.
was gonna say she hasn't been on ice much this year. It doesn't seem like, unless she was somewhere else.
Nope, she's been skating inline, and
Okay.
she got back to Salt Lake about a month ago.
Okay. All right. So right into it.
hmm Got Blair, skater's made a couple junior world teams.
Yep.
Skates very well. Seems like she's close to breaking out.
So Blair with a personal of a 119.50. Vicky with a 116.99. Guessing she probably did that at a World Cup or something.
I think she did that in Salt
Oh,
Lake last year.
no, she's probably just at this point trying to be close to that, but maybe not under it. I'd imagine Blair has her sights set on a personal.
Yep. Main thing for people that are mainly 500 skaters is you're going to be tired no matter what. You got to get up to speed. You got to be able to
Right.
hold it. If you don't get it going, it doesn't matter how fast you went in the first 600. You're still probably going to get tired.
Right.
I speak from experience on
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. I think especially in tracks like this too, use your advantage that you have. If you have that top speed, use it to your advantage. And
Absolutely.
it's a little bit easier to carry speed here than say if you're in Roseville, Minnesota or something, or outdoors, then you can really get shut down. So looks like Blair's gonna take this one. And a personal,
There you go.
300s. There you go. Very nice.
A great last chase. Kept it together.
Yeah, very good pair there. Okay, next. Pair 12, Greta Myers on the inner, Anna Quinn on the outer. Greta with a national record in the 500 meter yesterday. And I don't think that wasn't one that she had before,
Nope.
correct?
Nope.
Do you know who it was before that? Was it Ellie?
Ellie Akowitz.
It was Ellie, okay.
2001.
2001,
2001.
22 years ago.
Yep.
Holy canasta. 22 years ago. All right. Well, thanks, Ellie, but it was time. My gosh.
Yeah, I know Greta is here trying to get into the 115s.
Okay. Yeah, personal 116.09.
I think Anna Quinn has a good chance to knock off her personal
Yeah,
here too. She's
18.
been having a good season here, making a lot of strides, skating a lot better.
Yeah, it's been a nice year for her. It seemed, I don't know, there was maybe 2 years there. It just seemed like she kind of plateaued or was, going the opposite direction to a degree. But Greta skating with some good power here.
Ooh.
18.34. That's a nice opener. Man, Greta to me too still seems like someone that if she can get more comfortable through the corners and with her overall skating, there's just so much more there actually.
Mm-hmm.
And she's already doing incredibly well. Second at the Junior World Championships in the overall. Looking for another junior national record here.
Seems like she's getting it rolling pretty. Ooh,
27.8.
All right.
All right, now,
See, she holds together
keep
here.
that composure now. 29.2 for Anna.
Looks good. Ooh.
All right, get there. Let's see.
Holding it together real nice.
Right to the side.
Oh,
Oh,
close.
just off. Oh, was that 1900ths off?
Yeah.
Her PB. Yeah, good race though.
Good race for both. Ice doesn't seem nearly as quick as it was yesterday, and sometimes that's just the determining factor.
Yeah. I wonder if the pressure system as well too. I know.
Yep.
We had a little bit of a storm roll through yesterday, which always helps
Yep.
to make the conditions quicker.
Yeah, a little bit higher today, and you can kind of tell people are a little further off their personals
Right,
than
right,
they'd like to be. But at the end of the day, it's all about executing your race, no
right,
matter what the conditions or
right.
where you are.
Yeah, and as you know, not every time it can be a PB.
Yep.
Especially when you start getting to the higher levels, those tenths are harder to come by. So here we are, Sarah Warren on the inner, Krista Rand Evans on the outer. Sarah with a personal 116.14, Krista 118.11. Sarah had a nice 500 yesterday with a 38 mid. It's good to see her back in that 38 range. I know probably had a few more 39s than she wanted to do this year.
Yeah, a little frustrated through the
Yeah,
start of the year,
yeah,
but
yeah.
sometimes you got to break it down to build it up, and
Right.
you
Yep.
gotta. That's the only way to get better sometimes. So I
Yep.
think she did good
Slowly.
at sticking with the process, and
Yeah, and just kept building throughout the year to get closer to where she wants to be. So
Krista's also had some pretty good
absolutely,
times
absolutely.
this year, making a lot of progress.
So Sarah in the 27s again, just like Greta. Krista with a 28.3.
Going over the top, looks like Krista's going to get a chase down the backstretch here.
So this is going to come down to this last lap, I think, between Sarah and Greta. Sarah's a little 2/10 behind.
She can make it up here. It's going to be
Both
pretty
had the
close.
last inner. Nope, just off. 116.91 and 118.97 for Krista. And that'll conclude our 500 or 1,000 meter women AmCup. I believe we're going to go into the men here for a few pairs, and then we're going to take a resurface break, and then we'll come back for the last grouping of the thousands.
Yeah, I got a lot of men's pairs here this weekend.
Yeah, how many do we have total?
I think we had, what, 27 pairs yesterday of
Yeah,
500s?
27, 25 pairs of thousands today.
I don't know about you, Matt, but I can't remember the last time we had 27 pairs at an AMP
Yeah,
Cup.
yeah, that's not mixed or with women and men. It's good to see. There's a lot of good things happening, and this is without all our world team people like yourself. I mean, we're gonna have a few here in the 1,000. Let's see, who do we got going? Like someone like Emery Lehman, who's more known for distance skating.
Yeah, I think
But Zach Stoppelmore was able to do a World Cup in Poland this year, so he's in there. Um, Will Bauer's on our national team, Augie Herman on our junior world team. So
got a couple international skaters thrown in here
yeah,
too. Some very high level international skaters who skated junior world championships, World Cups. Ignis Schwegner she's from Austria.
okay,
He skated a bunch of 500s this year at the World Cup circuit.
yep,
Got Yuta, Kurosoe. He got third, I think, at Junior Worlds last year in the 500.
Oh, was he really?
Yep, yep.
Yeah, cause yeah, he was going for their high school record yesterday in the 500.
It was a
Is what I
34.
was told.
Eight.
Yeah, trying to beat Joji Kato's
Oh,
record.
that's Joji's record.
Yep,
Ooh, that's an
yep,
old one.
yep. Yeah, so here's those pairings, at least near the end. So yeah, some good times from these Japanese guys here. This should be some contrasting races here. At least
Yeah.
pair 21, Ethan Seprin and Yuta Hirose. Ethan again, more of a distance skater, so
Looks like some of these ending
guessing
pairs
this will
are
be a long.
these
be a-
pairs are not the best for these final
Yeah,
skaters.
that'll be a good chase for Ethan, but he was probably going to be chasing anyways. We'll see if he can close out that last lap. But all right, back to racing. Gary Groen, he is in our Masters Championship in the 75 and older division.
Wow.
So that's pretty darn impressive.
See him getting out here. See a lot of the Masters getting out here, and that's awesome to see. Just people continuing to do the sport they
Yeah,
love.
yeah. There's a good little community of them.
This is not an easy sport to do.
Oh my gosh, I know people keep asking, "Hey, you still skate?" I'm like, "No." And I shouldn't say that on this stream, but like it's so hard. It's so hard.
It's hard to stand up on skates, let alone.
Yeah, in that position. I mean, if you're not trained for it, if you practice every day, maybe okay, I can find some joy. But gosh, when you just try to do it out of the blue, it's just one painful thing. All right, I
It'll be
think
fun.
he's switching. I think he'll switch to the inner here soon. Maybe just he's setting
There
it
he
up. All
goes.
right,
Yeah, I know it's fun to see in these first few pairs. You get to see some of the older guys out here, and you get to see a bunch of
right,
the young kids out here too.
right.
Ones that are
Yeah,
just
then
getting
they
in.
start to kind of even blend with their seed times, where you got some of the younger kids and some of the masters going toe to toe even.
See what you're talking about. Got a lot of a lot of support for Shruti here.
Oh yeah, there's never a shortage. All right, Gary finishing up here. Very nice. 210.17. Tip your cap. You out there at this age. So now Jens Johansson on the inner in the 50 and over division, and Bruce Anderson in the 55 and older division. Looks like Jens doesn't have a personal best in this race, but for Bruce, 124.74. But I wonder when that's. Let's see when that's from. Yeah, that's from 7 years ago. So maybe not looking to break that, but at least get as close as you can or get a season best out of it. Keeping a nice rhythm there, it looks like at least. Use that for the full 2 laps. Do you have anyone that you like to race against in particular?
Ooh. Well,
Have you had any pairs you're like, okay, yeah, this is good.
well, in the U.S., obviously one of my favorite ones is Jordan.
Yeah, yeah,
That's a fun one to get to go out there, and obviously now, have him as the best in the world.
right,
Nice
right.
to have a rap to chase,
Yeah, yeah,
knowing where you stand. We normally have pretty similar 600 splits. It
right.
seems they're pretty close, so it's always a good pair. Internationally, I was paired with from Poland Peter Michalski about 4 times this
Oh,
year,
okay,
or five
okay.
times, something like that in 1,000. So
Yeah, yeah. He's a good skater too. I think he got what, fourth at the Olympics?
in 500 and 1,000
Yeah, in
this
two
past year,
races. Man, that's pretty
that's pretty
brutal.
rough.
That's pretty brutal.
Yeah, a couple hundredths in each race.
Having coached athletes to some fourths at the Olympics, it's a tough position.
That is not easy. But yeah, pairs, you like to think that they don't change a lot, but
Yeah,
getting to I joined Ryan this year,
yeah,
Shimakuro,
yeah.
the sprint coach, and he has a plethora of information and knowledge on the sport,
Right.
and the way he talks through each pair is almost like it's a war,
Right,
with and
right,
just knowing your pair and where they're gonna be, where
right.
you need to emphasize depending on what they open, especially in the 1,000, because you can get guys at the high levels opening 16-3,
Right,
16-2.
right.
You also have guys that are opening 17-0.
Yeah, yeah.
So that is a very different race plan.
Yeah, Ryan's kind of our walking encyclopedia these days, or for the last 20 years. So, all right, here we have Edward Nagel. How would you say that? Edward Nagel and Orion Gatrell. Nagel with a personal of 145.27.
Just looking at him go, I anticipate that is going to
Yeah,
go
yeah.
way
I
down
mean, that's kind
today.
of like I did a double take there. I'm like, wait a second, that
he
doesn't seem quite right.
he might get this by over 10 seconds.
Yeah, looks like a really good skater.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. He'll get this by maybe even 20 seconds.
Oh yeah, 33-second lap.
From midway, it looks like. I
Ryan with a
know.
32. Yeah, maybe he hasn't skated indoors very much too.
Well, I know Stephen Hartman's been coaching out there, and
Yep.
with all of his skaters this year, they've made a lot of progress
Yeah.
across the board. Seems like every single one of them. So
Yeah, I saw some high fives yesterday. That's for sure. Oh yeah, this is gonna be a massive PB. Orion as well. 3-second PB there. And a 15
15.
second PB.
Woo! Very nice.
Okay. Wow. When's the last time you set a 15-second PB?
I don't even know if I've ever set a 15-second PB. So.
Getting any high fives? Oh man.
Oh yeah. Props.
Oh, he's coming over. There it is. There it is. Okay. Glad I didn't jump the gun on the graphic. Wow. Okay. Up next, Bruce Connor and Gavin Ord. Bruce in the 65 and over division for our Masters Championship. And here's Gavin Ord, a junior B1. So this is one of those ones we talked about where we're starting to blend some of the real young guys and some of the Masters.
Looks like the next pair is gonna be another one of those. Got somebody who's not even a junior C yet.
Oh yeah, Youth A versus Nathan Feinberg in the 65 and over division. There's some contrast. That reminds me, I think Emery Lehman's first World Cup ever. He was in A division. He was 16, and he was paired with Bob DeYoung, who was 36 at the time. So Bob was the oldest person in the competition, and Emery was the youngest, and they ended up being paired together in Heronveen.
Oh, skating with Bob DeYoung
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Aaron and T-Off. That's got to be awesome.
Just say, Emery did his best. But
Five.
I think too, he was kind of an A because I don't know, Jonathan Cuck or someone who had earned an A position had not skated that weekend, so Emery was able to move up into it. And not that he wasn't a great skater already at 16, but probably wasn't ready quite there for the A group. But what a cool experience
Oh yeah, he'd be
to
16 years
be
old.
to be in a full house at Heronveen. And
Yeah, I know getting to skate there. That was an experience this past weekend.
yeah.
Sold out crowd. Here we go.
So 31.95 for Bruce, Gavin 32.26. Bruce is going to get the chase here.
Gavin's got a time of 128.9. It looks like he could be getting a pretty good PB today.
Yeah.
See him keep it rolling here.
And Bruce 127.58. Gavin with a 127 as well, so that's a nice PB, a good second there.
Very nice.
1.2. Can't remember how many pairs we're doing before we take our break here.
6 or 7, right? Something like that. Does that sound right?
You just look here quick. Starting to think about those breakfast burritos over there.
Calling your name.
Yes. So here we have our youngster, David Pravad, against Nathan
that
Feinberg.
does not look like a youth A. That looks like another master. No, I believe he's under 10 years old. Or under 11.
So let's see. We're doing 6 pairs. So we have one more pair after this, and we'll take a little break.
Maybe I'm wrong. Youth A. Skates well.
Oh, he's got the short tracks on too.
Got the
All right.
blades. There
Yep.
we go.
Yep. The hardtails going old school. All right. Not bad though. 21.6.
Not at all. That looks good. It's very nice. His PB's a 135 in short tracks. That is impressive.
Yeah.
That is very impressive. I don't even know if I could take a corner in short tracks.
Yeah. Especially an outer. Okay. You've got good lines. 34.9. Nathan 37.7.
Here we go.
Just going to keep down, keep those pushes to the side.
His last backstretch here, getting the legs starting to burn.
Yeah.
Around, might be close on his personal.
Right. All right.
There we go.
A 2.5 personal best. Very nice. I think that might be, I don't know if you know Linlin. She helps out with the speed skating here at the Oval.
Yep.
But she was asking me, hey, is it against the rules if someone skates in short tracks? I was like, no, I think you can skate in what you want as long as you have a qualifying time. So that must be, I bet that's who she was talking about.
Oh, nice. Very well done.
Okay, our final pair here, I believe, before the break. Ryan Olenek, a B2 with a personal of 123.90, and Tristan Boyd out of Colorado Springs, an A1, 125.32.
Good pair of a couple juniors here.
Yeah. Yeah, Ryan had some good races at junior trials, I remember.
Yeah, pretty
Especially
nice.
his distance races, I thought were really good.
Yeah, it was really cool to get to see there. Had a nice, consistent 5K.
Right, right.
That is not an easy distance to be able to skate consistently.
Right, and if I remember right, I loved how his technique stayed the same from the beginning to the end.
You even started to drop it down at the end.
Yeah, yeah, looked the same the whole way. I don't think Tristan was at junior trials, was he?
I don't think so.
I don't think so, but he's a good young skater too. I'm looking forward to seeing him stick around. I think Ryan's done some short track back in the day too, or not back in the day, but up until now. Bringing the both arms down.
There you go. Nice corners from both of them. Very important to have the second to last corner be nice and strong.
Yep. Do you bring both arms down on your 1,000?
I don't think I ever do, actually.
Okay.
I tried to do that on the backstretch at the start of the year and just got too long, too slow a foot speed, wasn't able to keep it rolling.
124.34 just off his PB. Tristan a little bit off his as well, the 127.11. Yeah, I think bringing the both arms down when you're tired is kind of a, I don't know, a risky move. I think sometimes it throws off the skating.
If you're strong,
Always,
it
always like
works well.
you always like seeing it, like, oh, okay, they're going for it, but at the same time, it's not always the most efficient thing to do.
No. Gotta be real strong to be doing that.
All right, restart time of 10:38. You think you're going to come back for the finals there? Okay, all right. Well, that would be cool. We'll have Cooper back for some of our top guys coming up. I'm going to go eat a breakfast burrito. Start. All right, and we will see you guys back in about 20 minutes. Thanks all. Some of these races are tough. You're like, oh, no. Yeah, I mean, it'll be cool to have you commentating. You know what I mean? For some of these
Sure. Snotters PBs date back from 1974. Snotters. I heard you wondering at the start of the event.
Oh, wow.
Take a bit of research to find out.
Wow.